את ירושלים גילו בה כל אוהביה, שישו את ירושלים.
Karen asks a good question. She just finished reading Deuteronomy, where the Bible speaks of our obligation to help and to have compassion on the fatherless, the stranger, and the widow. The ger, yatom, and almanah in Hebrew. And it's an important commandment. And Karen asks, well, what would be the equivalent today? Just those three categories that we're supposed to be compassionate to? Or what would apply today? I believe what the Bible is saying is, first, be kind to the stranger, the ger, and the Bible tells us why. Gives a reason for that. Ki gerim heyitem be'eretz Mitzrayim, because you yourself were in that position of being a stranger in Egypt. Sometimes we've had these experiences that others now are going through. And so the Bible is teaching us to be compassionate to them. We can relate to that. Sometimes, thank God, very few of us are orphans or widows, and we may not be able to relate to that. And the Bible tells us, relate to it even if you personally cannot relate to it, because these are the people who are vulnerable, the weakest segments of society. And that today would include a long list of people, the kind of people that the fellowship helps. It could be an elderly person, a Holocaust survivor who struggles with decisions every day of, do I go for food? Do I spend a little money that I have on clothing, on medicine, on a place to live? It would include a single mom who doesn't have enough time and resources to care for her kids and to work. It would include certainly the categories of widow, male, and female. God forbid, someone who loses a child. We need to be compassionate to them in different ways. For some people, it may be money. For other people, it may be a meal. For lots of people, it's simply our time. Giving of our time to visit somebody in the hospital, to stay in touch with a widow, not just after the first or during the first week after someone dies or months, but staying in touch with them regularly. My father has that custom of calling every Friday before the Sabbath widows of friends who passed away of my parents, just to check up on them, just to tell them they're not alone. And for elderly, that can be the biggest life-saving experience, to assure them they're not alone. This is how I understand the biblical commandment, and it's as applicable today as it was back then.
את ירושלים גילו בה כל אוהביה, שישו את ירושלים